my excellent friends. My name is Joshua Cripps, and right now I'm walking into the heart of the Sierra thunderstorm. Why am I doing that, you might ask? It's because being in the mountains during clearing thunderstorms has led to some of the most beautiful and awe-inspiring moments of my entire life. So I am once again rolling the dice that might happen today, tomorrow, and the next day. Will that gamble pay off? There's only one way to find out, so let's go. My hope for this trip is to make it to a place called Lake Reflection, which is one of the most spectacular and dramatic places I've ever seen in the Sierra. The lake lies deep in the Kings Canyon backcountry, about 8 to 10 hours of hiking one way from the trailhead. And I got a pretty late start today, didn't get on the trail till about 3 p.m. There's no way I'm gonna make it all the way today. The weather adds yet another complicating factor. If the rain comes in, or the hail, I might have to seek shelter, which is gonna slow me down a lot. So really my only goal for today is to get as far as I can while staying dry. At the moment, the cloud cover is offering a beautiful relief from the intense Sierra sun, but at any moment it could shift and bring down more curtains of rain and hail, in which case I'll be singing a slightly different tune. About halfway up the trail to Kearsarge Pass, and I'm just starting to get my first little raindrops. It's just a sprinkle, and the sun keeps coming out in fits and spurts, so I'm not too worried yet. But the skies are dark all around, and I know that the weather in the Sierra can change in an instant. So I really want to be on my toes here so that I don't get caught out and get soaked to the bone, because that's no fun, and it can even be dangerous if your body temperature drops. The weather is so fickle. The clouds are beginning to break open, and the sight, the scenery, it's just jaw-dropping. This is the reason I come out here in these conditions. There's no predicting what could happen. I've just come out of the forest. In fact, I'm taking my last few steps in any tree cover whatsoever. And the timing, well, perhaps it's a little bit unlucky. I can see the pass in front of me just up there, perhaps only 20 minutes away. But behind me is a wall of dark clouds coming in from the south. And although I've been very lucky with the weather so far, I think that's about to change. So it's a bit of a race against time to see if I can get up and over the pass before that rain catches up with me and soaks me to the bone. Gonna be close. I'm just a few minutes from the pass, but I'm feeling a sprinkle here and there, and I can see the streamers of rain coming down. I fear I may lose this one. Question is, do I go back to somewhere with some shelter, or do I just press on? My gut says, just keep going. It's 10 minutes back to the trees anyway. In a few minutes I'll be over the pass and I can head down the other side. It's a risk, but if it pays off, it'll all be worth it.
Yeah, this is Nick Stover, the founder of Nature Photography Collective, inviting you to join us for an upcoming speaker series where I'll be joined by pro photographers Joshua Cripps, Meredith Fontana, Murray Livingston, and Nathan St. Andre to talk about printing your work, maybe preparing a photo book, building a photography website, and even about entering photo contests. This is a 4-part series spread out over 4 weeks. It starts on October 29th. You can get full details on our website, naturephotocollective.com. You can also use the code SOCIALS10 to save 10% off this incredible series. Hope to see you there.
I don't know how I got such good karma in life. I guess I'm going to keep being nice to people and animals. But for whatever reason, it just keeps paying off for me. So that hail came down and it stopped pretty quickly. And if I had gotten to the pass earlier, I would have been stuck in that hailstorm. Instead, it blew over and it left behind a clearing sky full of dramatic, puffy clouds, crepuscular rays, and light reflecting off of the lakes below. Just stunning. This place, I will never get tired of it as long as I live. I'm over the pass now and into Kings Canyon National Park, my absolute favorite place on the planet. The weather seems to be holding for now, but I still got a long way to go before I reach camp tonight. It's about 5:20, so I've got another 2.5 hours before it's gonna be annoyingly dark. Hopefully I can get a few more miles in before then and find a gorgeous place to set up before the light fades. And I've got high hopes. If the weather keeps doing what it's doing, coming and going and changing, I think there could be a spectacular light show tonight. The question is, will I be in a place where I can capture it?
Here I have to make a choice. Which trail, left or right? The left trail gets me down where I want to go a little bit faster. And there's plenty of great camping along the way. The right trail, well, that's gonna add some distance to my travel tonight. But the reason I'm considering it, because it sweeps across the valley much higher. It gives you a fantastic view out over all the ridges and valleys of this part of Kings Canyon. And with the sky breaking up the way it is, crepuscular rays coming down through the clouds, I have a feeling that getting that view down into those valleys as the light permeates through there, creates those layers of separation, that's gonna be something extraordinary and glorious. So it's a little bit of extra effort to go this way, but if it works out, it's gonna be well worth it. Safe to say the gamble paid off. It's like walking up to the roulette table, throwing down $100 on a single number, and the next spin hits. Look at this. Look at this. Well, that was pretty gall-dang ridiculous. That's my favorite kind of light. Light that interacts with the landscape and brings out all the depth and layering. Very painterly light as well, full of atmosphere, separating all the layers of landscape.
And that painterliness is something that I really tried to bring out in the processing of this photo. If you'd like to learn how to add a painterly feel to your images, check out my all-new Lightroom course, The Painter's Touch. I'll drop a link up above and down below.
I mean, good grief. That's just a recipe for a Josh Cripps hallelujah, heck of an unbelievable joyous moment. So you better believe I am in fine spirits at the moment, which is good because I still have some walking to do before I get to a suitable campsite. It's about an hour till sunset, so I have some time, but I like to get set up before it's dark, especially if there's a possibility of another light show later as the sun sneaks below this layer of high cloud here in the Sierra. This is
gonna be home for the night. I originally had wanted to get somewhere a bit farther down the trail, close to a water source. I just cannot pass up a campsite with this good of a view. So we're gonna park it here and enjoy what should be an extraordinary, beautiful evening. Light faded and calmed down just as I have. After that amazing, exciting moment above the lake, it's time to chill. Time for some serenity. So for the day, that means it's gonna get darker, it's gotten cloudier, there's probably gonna be some rain soon. For me, it means it's time for dinner, time to refuel, then head to bed, get a good night's sleep for another beautiful day tomorrow. I decided to postpone lake reflection for another trip, and instead I'm gonna go to two places I've never been before, Center Basin and Vedette Lakes. Mama Nature is making herself known. Doesn't exactly bode well for me as I'm about to begin my climb out of the forest and up into the highlands of Center Basin. I get the sinking feeling that before the day is done, Mother Nature will have a few more surprises to throw my way.